How's it going, guys, and welcome back to a Siege Basics video. This one's a little bit more advanced on the basic side, but it's still a basic that you need to know to be able to advance to the next levels whenever you're trying to push a new rank in Siege, and that is quick peeking and quick leaning, however you want to say it. So if you've ever died just by holding a long angle and actually slow peeking something, then you need to watch this video. And I think everyone has done that at some point and probably still do it at some point. If you are the type of person to have your scope aimed in and you just slowly peek around a window, then take this advice and please use it. Quick peeking should be used in every single gunfight, really, especially when you're clearing a room. If you aren't quick peeking when clearing a room, your death rate for that is probably around 50%. You could probably move that up to around 75% if you just learn these simple maneuvers. I'm going to show you guys 2 quick peeks. These are the only 2 you'll ever need. But before that, I just want to note one more thing, is that quick peeks really are for intel more than actually getting kills off the peek. You're trying to get intel and then you're trying to re-peek at a different angle and then get the kill, or just call it out and call it a day and don't re-challenge. So I'm probably going to repeat a lot of things in this video, but I really want to get it ingrained into your head about what quick peeking is. So let's hop into a game now so I can show you the actual movements of quick peeking. So guys, now it's time to go over the actual fundamentals and everything that goes along with quick peeking. So quick peeking really is just 2 movements. It's leaning and walking at the same time, one way, and then leaning, walking the other way. Now obviously that's a good way to start off, is just hitting your E and D. Obviously, I'm going to be going a little bit more PC oriented because I am on PC. Of course, if you're on Xbox, you could do the same exact thing, but you will have to be scoped in because Xbox does not allow you to be un-ADS'd and leaning like how I am right now. But the first movement you need to do is Q and E. That's your basic leaning movement. Now, if you just combine that with a E and D, right? E and D, then go back to Q and A, just practice on fixing that. The one thing I used to struggle at a lot with this quick peek is I would try to hit Q and E, and I would try to keep all my fingers down whenever I switch to A and Q. Now, if you have super long fingers, that might work just fine for you, but in most situations, you should take your finger that's either on D or A off your keyboard and rotate over to whichever side you're leaning. So if you are leaning D and E, I would take my hand off of A, for example, and then I'll switch back and do it the other way. Now, I'm sorry I don't have a actual camera or anything. I don't have a webcam yet, but I will eventually have one of those. I'll just do it when the time's right, maybe if I start streaming or anything like that. For now, though, I don't feel the need for a webcam, really. Obviously, it would be useful in a video like this, but you guys get the point. Just look at your keyboard while I'm talking about it. So this is the most basic type of quick peek. This one is best for intel because whenever you're aiming, it's hard to actually hit a shot while quick peeking. So you might be asking, why would I not just walk around the corner like this? Well, this is obviously slower than this, right? Because you're leaning and walking at the same time. Here you are just leaning and then walking back, leaning, walking back. Now, this is the best alternative, but this is the move that you need to get down if you want to ever play in a higher rank, because the reaction time up in higher ranks is just too high and people hold angles like no other. For example, in this exact spot. So as a attacker, this is a common angle to hold right here. Just watching the server stack, waiting for someone to peek around the corner. Now, if you lean real slowly, you're dead right here. But if you go like this, then you're good. Now I want to show you the other quick peek, and this is the one that I would use more for getting kills. And this one's definitely more advanced. You want to start off with your basic lean left, lean right while strafing. Lean left while strafe, lean right while strafe, lean left while strafe, lean right while strafe. Now the next one is more of a recenter yourself at the middle of the screen. And the reason I like to do this instead of going all the way back is it lets you recenter faster and get back out there faster. So it's a peek, and then you recenter and then go at a different angle. Because if you go at the same angle for, say, if I do that and then re-peek again like that so I go on ADS, then I ADS and peek that same angle. Well, first of all, this person's probably already pre-firing that, right? That's what I would do. I would pre-fire the angle that the hide is actually at. So if you go down crouching, then shoot back up whenever you peek again. This is by far the most effective way to actually get kills with quick peeking. Quick peeking's more for intel in most situations. Like this way, there's not really a way to get a kill with it. The animation now is just too slow compared to back whenever it was super fast back in the first few years of R6, but now they've made it a little bit more slow, so it's not as hard to get quick peeked like that. But just to review, we have the Q, E, or E and D strafe, and then the Q and A strafe. That's the basic one that you need to get first. So my recommendation is do exactly what I'm doing right now. Go into a custom match and just practice getting this down. Just be able to do this and practice by a wall or something like this. This server stack is a great place to practice. This is where I practice and learned how to quick peek. I've probably been quick peeking for 2 years now or something, but once I started quick peeking, my kill death and everything just shot up. So that just goes to show how beneficial it can be to learn this simple maneuver, right? And then we have this one, which is more of a new skill that I've acquired. It's the ED, right? And then you recenter by hitting E, and then you hit A to get behind the wall. And the same thing goes if you were leaning the other way. So if I'm leaning this way, per se, pretend like this is a little bigger. I would go QA, then I'd hit Q and D, just like that. Obviously, that's really slowed down, but right, slow down. You obviously want to do this in one keystroke, so you just want to go boop, 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 boop. Hopefully you can hear my keys whenever I'm doing this. As you can see, there's no pause. I'm not going here, then here, then here. It's as fast as I could possibly do it. And then don't even worry about crouching yet, because that just adds a whole nother element to it. If you do this and then this, because that, now you have to bring your thumb into account. So just start off with the quick lean. So you start off with the ED lean to the QA lean. Once you get this one down, that is when you're going to want to start using this one a lot. Every time you clear a room, you're going to want to use this because it gives you a better line of sight. Say someone's behind that desk. If I go like this and then he's watching, I have a way better chance of dying like this. Now if I go like this, he'll only see my head for literally 0.0 seconds. So coming in at a different angle and pre-firing him, you're probably going to get the kill there instead of going like this and hard peeking across the whole corner. Now once this is cleared, you go in and you keep re-peeking, try to get the whole room cleared. Do the same thing from the other side. Alright, check for any rotation holes, check for any mirrors over here for this site in specific, but every single door that you peek, it should be in a quick peeking fashion. So even if you were going to go check kitchen from blue stairs, go like this instead of like this. Don't come around here and slow peek it, because if someone's holding an angle, you are doomed. You are really doomed. Now if you go here and do this, well, you have a better chance at killing them that way, or you just don't even have to re-peek at all, and it could just be used for intel. That is the one thing I like about quick peeking, is it really is for intel. You're trying to get the intel before you pick your battle. So you get the intel, right? Okay, he's standing behind the desk or whatever, and then you come back, you shoot back. Now you have two choices once you know that the person's there. One is re-peek at a different angle than when you originally peeked at. So if I went like this the first time, I'm gonna come down here the second time, and then I pre-fire where he was, at least somewhere around that vicinity. So somewhere around over here is where he's gonna be. So that's where I pre-fired. So those are the only two quick peeks you're ever gonna need to learn. So it's really worth just spending 30 minutes in a custom game and just doing this and doing the two different types of peeks. To recap, we have this peek, which is basically just for intel. So this is all you're doing. You're never going to be ADS, especially if you're on PC. But I mean, console, you have to be ADS, so you have to go like this. But if you're not on PC, you want to just not be ADS so you can see more, and this is what you do. Now, if you're actually trying to get kills, do the quicker peek like this. This peek, you get back out there faster because you don't have the full lean this way. You instead just have a recenter back to the wall. So if someone is in elevator or something, you go like that. It's obviously faster than going boop, 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 boop. So that's all I got for you guys on quick peeking. Get in the habit of doing this. I definitely think you should learn quick peeking in the way that I taught you here today, which is learning one way at a time, and don't try to be a pro player just in a 30-minute time span, right? Just start with the simple peeks, move on to the more advanced peeks, and then just use them at all times whenever you're in game. Once you have the habit, though, even if you're doing terrorist hunts and practicing doing the quick peeking, once you have the habit, you'll start just randomly doing it in game without even thinking about it. At this point, I quick peek probably every single room that I'm going to go into, and it really benefits me greatly. I don't know how many times I've just gotten easy kills just based off of quick peeking over doing a hard long peek like that. So that goes right back to your warm-ups. You want to warm up and use quick peeks whenever you're in your terror sense. Not only just work on your aim, work on your movement. This is the biggest part of your movement, is your quick peek. So if you guys want to get better at the game, obviously this kind of got sparked from yesterday's video where there was a player with great aim and everything on this coaching video that we did yesterday, but he did not quick peek ever, and that kind of screwed him in a few situations. Got him literally 2 deaths in one game just because he did not quick peek. That comes to show, just learning how to quick peek, you die 2 less times, maybe get a few more kills there, and you become a 1.5 KD player, and then you're instantly pushing platinum ranks. So that is going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you learned something about quick peeking, especially if you don't know how to quick peek already. With that out of the way, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.